Hey everybody, Superfluous J here, playing more Dyson Sphere program, and this is a screen I haven't actually looked at yet because I haven't bothered. But I'm bothering now because I installed a new mod called Better Production Stats, where it gives you the theoretical maximum as well as your production rate of things. And this theoretical maximum is how much we could use of this stuff. And I can say this planet, which, if you look here, we basically none, but well, it's 720 for the steel that we're making out of iron. But we can also say the entire system. And if you look here, we are generating 1,000 out of the possible 2,000, and we are using a little less than 1,000 of the possible 8,800. I suspect a lot of that is happening on Alpha Andromedae 4 because it's eating up so much stuff. Yeah, and I have a feeling that the reason it's not eating up very much is because it's not getting it. So I'm going to do more iron smelting, and I'm going to do more iron. What's the word? More iron smelting and more iron mining here to start out our day here, because if you see here, we're pulling in enough iron to send out, and we're sending out enough iron to do that. We just upgraded this thing. I actually don't remember if I did it on camera or not, but if I didn't, I basically level 2 belted and put enough smelters to do that. There are level 3 belts, which is gonna double the size of this eventually, and I want to take that into account when I lay the other stations here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's actually go into our blueprints here. What I'm going to do here is I don't want to copy the whole thing yet, but I think I'm going to. I'll copy just the conveyor belts. And maybe, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy the beginning and the end of the conveyor belts. So those conveyors and these conveyors. And then I'm going to go boom, and then here they are. And if I put them right here, this gives us the theoretical maximum number of iron that we're going to need. Now, these are the what do you call them? These things here, the magnets, could in theory be longer than that, but when I do get to the point where I'm going to want to expand magnets, I'm going to give them their own station, so I don't need to worry about whether or not magnets are going to need more room. And where are we here? We're at the 30. This here is the 30, right? The 30 is like right here. So if we put this here, that'll be too close. I think we just have to go here and live with the fact that it's here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan ahead here. We're already planning for 2 things here. So let's go ahead and we'll put this guy here. And I'm just gonna make a new iron station that's only doing iron plates here. So I guess, yeah, I don't know why I clicked on that. We're gonna supply iron plates, and we're gonna request iron ore. That's it. We're gonna say local demand, and we're gonna demand as much as we can possibly get. We don't have any bots to put in here, sadly. But we'll just have to deal with that when the time comes. Let's go ahead and power this guy. I'm going to power him on the back for no particularly good reason. And then we need to lay out our smelter line, which is pretty simple. It's just going to be, we'll start here like this. And I think that's as close as we can get and also have things be reasonable. We're going to have iron ore coming out. And then we're going to have iron plates coming back. Then we're going to have more iron ore coming out. I don't know what it is about clicking in this game, but I just cannot do it right. And then more iron plates coming back. Yeah, this is definitely as far as we want to go with this, which makes me think possibly now that iron is actually being delivered here, I I'm thinking possibly I want to go 1 over. So I'm just gonna suck it up and do it here. And go 1 over. Like, was it here? He was here, yes. Yeah, so I want to go 1 over here. And we're going to supply a capacity level 2. That's good. Oh, and we're starting actual research now, which is nice. So we're going to go local demand, and actually remote demand as well. And then we're going to actually put these in here. Oh, wait. These are supply, not demand. Jeez. Local supply and remote supply. This we want local demand and remote demand. Let's go ahead and put these in here. Local demand or remote demand. Okay. Let's go ahead and blueprint all of this. Delete it. Blueprint, paste it, and we're going to put it right where we got it from. And then this will allow me to put another line, this is the whole reason of what I'm doing here. I need a mod that changes the delete back to F1 because I am gonna destroy my factory when the time comes here. This is ore, this goes back, and this is ore. And then we should be able to do another ore coming out. Another one of these guys, and another one coming back. And then that's it. Then we can still fit solar panels if we need them. Okay, so let's delete these 2 guys. Let's set this guy up to go in and out. And also to do iron smelting. And then let's do one more line here. It's going to come back and then go around here. And then have iron ore coming out. I think to here. That is correct. And then we could probably do one more. And I think that'll be fair. So we'll have one coming out the back. Iron ore coming out the back. I don't know exactly where, but we'll just do it to here for now. And then this guy's going to come back and be the guy. Looks like it's going to be here. Yeah. And boom. Okay. So here's our 5 lines of iron smelting, which should quintuple eventually our iron supply. So let's go ahead and see how far out we need to run this for it to be 12 guys. And this one goes here, I think. Yep. And he's going to be 2, and let's see if we can fit a power pole in between these. We can't, so there's going to have to be a power pole here. And then this is the setup. So it's from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. A gap. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. A gap, and then 1, 2. And then we just need to run the rest of the belts. Oops. I could do this with the blueprint, but it's really not that hard to just run the belts. I did that backwards though. This guy goes back. This guy goes forward. This guy goes back. This guy goes forward. This guy goes back, and this guy goes forward. And then we need to wait for our bots. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a lot nicer now that the bots are faster, but still got to wait for them every once in a while. It's just the way it is. And in any case, it's better with this mod. Oh, that's funny. I was trying to make a line. Whoop. And, oh. Almost there. Sorry about not talking. I'm like thinking in my head about the only thing I could say out loud right now is 1, 2, 3, 4, which would be boring. Okay. Now we wanna power these guys, and in order to power everything here, I have to do this, and that's, yeah, that'll do everything. That'll do the whole thing. Power this whole thing with a mere 6 power poles. I think that is a bargain. And then power this guy. And then boom. The only thing we're missing is the belts. And boom, we are supplying. Oh wait, when we do get drones in here, we're gonna want their drone load to be 100%. So yeah, as soon as these things get up to what is our limit now? 200 still. I'm a little surprised nobody's coming to grab this, but that's good. And now if we check our production here, we should see in the entire not the entire star cluster, the entire system here, our iron ingot production is now 6180 theoretical, and our consumption is still higher than that, but that's okay. We're never going to actually reach the theoretical maximum, at least not for the time being. So I am happy with that. Plus, we're going to be doubling this eventually. People are taking the iron ingots now out of here, which makes me pretty happy. Let me check the production of other things here. Copper ingots, we could double our copper and be happy with that. That's about it, really. Alright, I decided not to add any more smelters because it was actually filling up the station and not getting collected, so I figured I must be at some sort of limit. However, we were having trouble supplying iron, so I tapped the other 2 iron mines on this planet. So now all the iron on this planet is being tapped. And because this iron mine was so close to this silicon mine that I had previously put miners on, I figured why not supply it with silicon as well. And hey, they're getting collected, so that's good enough for me. These guys are all being taken off over here to where we're smelting. There's the other iron mine. And boom. And you see that a lot of it's coming here. Still needs more. So it's obviously good that we're tapping all these things. And this one needs more too, but it's just crazy how much iron we need. This planet doesn't have very much iron, so I'm going to actually... this is already a... This is already a interstellar station, so any interstellar ships that would bring iron will bring it here. But I'm gonna go back to my home world here, and it's right there, which is convenient. Just go ahead and get the speed cranked up so we head towards it here. And I'm gonna tap the iron mines there and get that iron set up into logistic vessels so that it gets sent back. Iron is currently sort of a bottleneck at the home world. I'm going to show it to you here. I'll keep you on as we cross the short gap. It's a nice short gap now that we're that we've got this 2,000 speed increase, which is really nice. And look at all these vessels. I just love watching all the ships just flying back and forth. But it looks like they're all coming up here, and I don't see... Oh, like we got close. That's totally fine. This is getting a little crazy, the situation here. But if you look here, I'm requesting iron, not in this station, I'm requesting iron in this station, and we just don't have enough, and we don't have enough of these ships to bring iron in, and we don't have enough ships because they're not getting made because we're never making any any processors, and we're not making any processors because, well, we didn't up until now have any iron. So now that we have all these, oh wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the processor plant. So we should be making processors as fast as possible here, and we are. It looks like they're still running a little slow. Are we low on power? No, we're at 100% satisfaction. So why are these guys stalling out? Because I specifically set this up, I thought, so that these guys would feed perfectly what they're getting. It might be that there's lag in the yeah, he's not getting iron fast enough. It's the problem is these aren't good enough. So let's go into upgrade mode. Let's upgrade these to did that work or did that fail? Oh, I upgraded a belt. That's cute. Okay, well, we'll upgrade this and see if that makes him run full time now. And it looks like he is. He's running full time now. So he should be able to provide these guys with their processors now, or with their circuits now. And I think until this guy gets full, I can't tell how many he wants. He's getting 8. 9. He keeps getting one more than he needs, or than the thing is, and eventually he's going to cap out at something. Looks like 10 is what he caps out at. So then somebody else is going to start getting them. He's already got 10, and he's getting 1. Yeah, so I think we're good now. Nobody's yellow anymore. That's good. You look for people being yellow. Okay, so we need to upgrade these. So I'm just going to upgrade for all of these guys, and I think that's the only thing that needs to be upgraded is the inserter here. But oh, we don't have any more sorter Mark IIs. Is that correct? Yeah, all we have is sorter Mark IIIs. I wish you could upgrade directly from 1s to 3s, but you can't. So let's go ahead and just put a 3 on here. Let's make sure this one upgraded. It did not. Go ahead and put a 3 on here, and make sure this one, yeah, this one is a 2, but I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete this one. We'll put a 3 here. That way I can upgrade. I'm just going to, any one that's not pulling its weight, I'm going to just upgrade it all the way to a 3, and I'll use that 2 one as sort of as an interim one that will allow me to go right from 1 to 3. So I'll use up an inventory slot to do that. These guys are full, so they're not producing because he doesn't have his circuits, but the circuits are being made now. He's at 10, so he should start getting circuits now, and he's running, and now everybody's running. Now this guy's not running, I think, just because we haven't gotten to that point yet where he can. Yeah, he's running now. So now we're actually generating these processors as fast as we can with the current setup, which is terrible, but it'll get the job done for the time being. Ideally, some of these processors have gone into making more logistic vessels. I'm saying that without knowing for a fact if that's true or not. It's one of these. Is it this one here? Yes, we have 33 logistic vessels here, which is fantastic. There might even have been some taken up to Processor World in the meantime. Because, not Processor World, Component World, that's what it's called. Let's actually go to Component World for no reason other than I feel like it. It's around here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Could be anywhere, really. I think it's on the other side of the gas giant. Let's see if that's true. That's a star. Nope. There's the foundry, and there's Component World. I actually traced the line of vessels to tell where it was, which was pretty cool. It is 2.35 AU away, which is even more than I want you to spend. So I will see you there. Okay, we are getting closer and closer. And I don't see my... There they are. And let's see if we actually got a delivery. We didn't get a delivery of either of these things. So we do have more belts and more... inserters, and we have an entire 36 of these guys, which is very nice. What I need to do is anybody who has who has less than 10 of these and is fully maxed out is going to get some. He has less than 10 and is fully maxed out. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's take away all of his and give him 10 more. So he's at 15. I think that's where he was before. I want to give him these guys. See if he uses those all up. Looks like he is. He's at 2 of 10, so he has all of his 10 and he's using them. He has none. Let's see if that changes things here. He actually doesn't need any now that I'm looking at it, because he's going to be delivering these things, but not necessarily here, or not necessarily anywhere else. He should probably have some eventually, but I think I'm going to keep my logistic guys for the time being, because now we're going to use these guys that are building up in here to make the thing that we haven't even made any of yet, that'll allow us to make the better belts. We're going to make them in this section here, from here to here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to place one of these guys, and we are going to say make super magnetic rings, which take regular magnets, graphite, and these things, which is annoying. That's an annoying set of requirements, but what are you going to do? Too close to another logistics station. Well, how about if I put you here instead? I think I'm going to pull it back just a little bit so it's as close to this guy as he can be, just to make it possible. Make sure that we can put one more station up here. And what does this guy need? He needs the green things. Actually, let's put this here. He needs the green guys, and let's only take 1,000. And we're going to say local demand. And he's going to need magnets, which is going to be local demand and remote demand, wherever they happen to come from. But we probably want like 4,000 of these. And then what else does he need? Graphite, which I don't think I'm making anywhere. Well, I mean, I'm making it places, but I don't think I'm supplying it to a logistic network. I know magnets are. It's just we don't have them yet. Let's go ahead and throw 10 of these guys in here, and as soon as this guy has enough power, which hasn't even happened yet, let's go ahead and throw this right there. As soon as he has enough power, one of these ships should take off, and it already has, so that's good. So now these things. What is the ratios? We need 3 magnets every 3 seconds. So the worst thing that's on our thing means that we can do 12, because our belts are 12 per second. So we're going to have rows of 12. And then the green turbines are just going to kind of be on their own belt that's a little bit slow, and the graphite can be shared between 2 things, and the turbines can be shared between 2 things. So what I want to do here is I want to send turbines back, let's say this way. And then we're going to have graphite coming out. And out, actually no, never mind. Is that right? Graphite and turbines. Yeah, so turbines and graphite are here. And then we can have a machine there and a machine there, and then we're going to have something coming out here like this, and something coming out here like this. So the closest these guys can get is right here. Okay, so we're going to have, on this end, we're going to have graphite going in, turbines coming out. Let's actually change it this way. I don't know why I like it this way, but I do. And actually, let's do that so we don't have bogged up lines, so when I inevitably change my mind. I'm going to have turbines coming out of this guy, graphite going into this guy, turbines coming out of this guy, and graphite going into him. That way they look more symmetrical that way. That's just the only reason I'm doing that. And then we got the other 2 things coming in, which is magnets should be on the inside just so that they have less of a time to travel, and turbines should be on the outside. So magnets go here, and turbines go here. And then we'll see if we can get away with the sorter Mark 1s. Magnets and turbines. And then you're going to do... this is going to be the same thing. Magnets and turbines. Let's see. That's already says graphite. Is that wrong? Yes, because that graphite's there. So this is going to be magnets and turbines. And then there's our 2 lines. And I think I'm going to leave them at that for now. And then we'll just make these 2 lines, and then we'll decide later if we want to make more. So let's lay this out. We're going to have to fill in this fairly rare resource of water, but I'm okay with that. We got I don't know which one is out and which one is in. This one's out. And we're out of belts. Speaking of out, but guess what? If I can click on this from here. No, that's not the one I want. Fine. Click on this one. No, that's not. Oh, there it is. It's back farther. There's our more belts. And how are we on inserters? We're fine on inserters for now. Belts coming out. And then this belt goes in. And this one comes out too. And then we're just gonna, let's accept the foundation cost here. Let's just fill in this whole lake. Willy-nilly, as the case may be. Okay, so these guys can be really close to each other, which is nice. Let's see if these guys are the same. No, these guys cannot be really close to each other. So I'm going to let them decide for the group. let them choose for the group how things go. So these guys have to be far apart because this doesn't work. And they do, however, allow a power pole, which I have none of, which is more than annoying. I can make one, which is really all I need at the moment. Yeah, and this will actually work, so I'm going to... Yeah, I think this will work better. Yeah, let's put it here, and we'll see what happens. Oop. That wasn't what I wanted. That was not what I wanted at all. There we go. Okay, so let's get these guys going here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6. Okay, so this is the limit here. And then you guys go here and here. And then you are going to be like this. And then I'm going to hit Alt and then click. And then this is too close. So I'm going to hit plus. And that will space them out to the correct amount. Love that mod. Absolutely love that mod. And then we need more power poles. So what am I lacking to make power poles? Iron. That shouldn't be too hard. We're collecting iron from somebody here. Let's go ahead and take 397 iron and then make 86 power poles. I'm just going to crank them out. And then will this allow me to space my power poles out 4? No. What about if I put it down here? No, this guy is hurting. If I put this guy here and I just go every 3. 1, 2, 3, and then up here. That will power everything. Yes, 1, 2, 3, and then down here. And then sadly we're missing that one right there, but that's fine. So these guys, they got everything but graphite. So we're not making graphite anymore. Which is graphite, if I recall, is coal in a furnace, right? Yes. So we needed to go to Smelting World and make graphite now. We're also making... No, that's graphene that we're making from the fire ice. The only way to make graphite is smelting coal and turning oil and hydrogen into graphite and hydrogen via the X-ray cracking. So, yeah, I might as well connect these. It's not going to matter, but I think I'm going to take the time to, let's hit V. The amount of coal on this world is abysmal. Obviously, the amount of coal on our home world is good, but what are you going to do? Let me click on this. The amount of coal on the interior world is meh. Let's check our home world. The amount of coal in our home world is 7 million. So yeah, we're going to go to the home world and set up more coal operations, and then we're going to transport it to the foundry. And I think now that I said that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go back to the foundry, and I'm just gonna tap all the coal mines there and set up graphite mining or smelting. And I'm not going to make you watch any of it because I'm such a good guy. Alright, Foundry World had 2 coal patches. I had 0 towers in my inventory. So I tapped this coal patch here and am sending it off to this tower. And then if we follow these guys to over here, wherever it is, here it is. I am sending them into this tower where it's nighttime. And they are turning this into graphite. And I totally forgot to send my power poles out farther than they are. So they're not turning it into a lot of graphite. But we can fix that fairly easily right here. We're also having issues with power right now because we don't have the full triple belt of solar panels around the world here. Don't actually see any solar panels around the world, which is odd because I thought for sure I had done that. I'm hoping I didn't lose a save, or maybe I'm thinking of the other world where I put the triple belt. I think actually, yeah, the ice world got the triple belt. So we need to get solar panels here and make a triple belt of solar panels around the equator. Let's see if I can request some into, say, this guy here. And we're gonna need, you need 666 to do 2 belts. So let's ask for 700 and remote demand and see if we get our, we got 600. That's good enough. I'm actually gonna request 600. And with the triple belt completed, we are now totally fine with power. Not a problem anymore, at least not here. Although, let's see, wait, I'm going the wrong way because I wanted to look at the graphite station, and it is picking up the graphite and taking it probably to Foundry World, or sorry, Component World, which is nice. And it's not getting coal fast enough because we still don't have any vessels. But ideally, we should have some, probably, we might as well stop here because it's so close. We're going to swing into the home world for just a second here, and then we're probably going to, yeah, sadly Component World's on the opposite side of the system, so it's definitely worth a quick run to the home world to see if we've picked up some, oh, here's our mall. Boom. Spaceships. 153. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. And 66 of these, I'll take them. And then we definitely need some of these logistic stations, which I kind of wish we had some of these too. Yeah, we have none of these. You have none of these in stock. So yeah, that's an issue. But it's nothing we can do at the moment. We need these. That's annoying. If we ever get particle containers, we'll start making these, and that's what we're going to make next. So now that I have all these, actually let's look at the solar panel backlog too. We have 329 solar panels. I'm going to leave them here Because as soon as I finish this and we actually have logistic vessels everywhere, my next setup is to work on the power. Because having Component World make its own power is a bad idea because its solar panels aren't getting used. They're going to use it 50% capacity. And if we instead did it at the foundry, which we're passing right now, that those solar panels would be like 3 times as effective because the foundry's like 1.5 or something along those lines. So what I want to do here is I want to fly very close to the sun. Icarus! Flying into the sun, probably not the best idea. But what I want to do is I want to make power on Foundry World because he's really close to the sun. And I want to take that power and transport it via accumulators, which is why I was researching those accumulators. I want to do that and transport it to not only Component World, but also to my home world. It's going to take some infrastructure, and it's going to take some time and effort, but you know what? All good things are worth time and effort, so we're going to get to that. And I looked away from my computer for a second while traveling to Component World, and I totally missed it. I tried to aim, like at the last second, aim at it, and I bounced off the surface and into space with no power, and it was a good time. So I'm back though. And here we are. So, what do we have in our little thing here? We've got belts, which we need. We have like none. We have these inserters, which we don't actually need at the moment, but we could probably pick up these lower inserters that we're still using a lot of because they're cheaper right now. We should have, this should be producing now, which it is, which is awesome. And we're not requesting these anywhere, and I probably should have, when I was back at the home world, requested these because that's what we're missing out on those a lot. However, we're also missing out on the purple boxes, which we're going to make right now. First of all, let's go ahead and get this many in here and this many in here, and then we are going to make particle containers here, and they take graphite, which I don't think we're actually supplying, which is annoying, copper, and green things. So let's go graphite. Let's see if anybody's supplying those. They're being supplied, which is awesome. And then we're going to need copper, local demand, and remote demand. And I think we're going to limit that to 3,000. We'll limit this to 1,000, I think. And then these green dudes, which we're going to say local demand and remote demand, and we'll definitely limit these down to 1,000. And then we need to figure out how to make purple boxes, which is one of my fun parts of the game, right? It's figuring out our ratios. We can also make these from whatever that is, which I think is that it's the thing you get from black holes, which I'm not even gonna consider as a possibility. But we need 2 of everything every 4 seconds to make one of these guys. That's pretty simple. But what it means is it's basically one of these things every 2 seconds. So with a 12 belt, we can actually support 24 of these, and we're gonna do that. And we can actually support 48 of them on the way back, which we're also gonna do. So, and that's probably all we're gonna do. So let's get our belts. We're going to have 1 belt going back in like this. Then we're going to have these guys right up against this. Maybe not that close. Right up against this like this. And right up against it like this. And then we're going to have the 3 ingredients coming on a belt on the outside. And we want graphite, scene, whatever it is. Copper. And green dudes, and then the same thing over here. Copper and the green guys, and then we're gonna have one. We're gonna have the belts going off this way. They're gonna go off, like I said, enough for 24. Which I don't know how far that is, but this is almost guaranteed to not be far enough. I wouldn't even say almost guaranteed. It is guaranteed to not be far enough. And I think it's here that we're coming back. Yeah. So I'm going to get these all laid out. And let's delete these guys. And we're definitely going to have to use the Mark III belts, though. At least for the outer ones. And I'm going to just use them for all of them. And then you go here. And then we're going to place another one. And then this is probably where the power pole is going to have to be. And then 1, 2, oh, that's, no, wait, minus. There we go. 3, 4. It almost looks like, God, it looks like a power pole would fit here. It does. So we don't actually need to, we don't need to space them out, which is nice. We should probably also have this guy powered and then get power across there. Just so we can actually see the power. So we don't actually have to worry about this. So we got 6. We're a quarter of the way there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's get, there we go. That's halfway. So that's halfway. We're going to have to come out to around here. Let's say here. Get all the belts going, and then this one coming back. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get the belts down. And we need one more set of 6, and then we're ready to go. Let's see how close we are. As soon as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're pretty close. We can save a little bit of time by deleting these and these, if it lets me. There we go. Gotta wait for the arms to get built, or it won't copy them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These all get built, and then it's time to do the other line. Which is all outbounds, which is nice. And they just got the ingredients, which is even nicer. Let's see, we need to come out to here. Yeah, 1. We're out of belts. That's crazy. We've picked up like 600 belts and we've used them all. Luckily, we've always got more. Let's see if I can click on it from here. Not quite. Let's go into map mode because I don't want to walk. Sometimes I have trouble clicking on these things. I don't know why. Let's grab 400 of these. And you know what? I'm going to grab like half of these. And of course, these belts could actually be longer than they are. These factories are level 1 factories, so they run at 75% capacity, which means they don't run at 100% capacity. And but they're going to be replaced eventually by the ones that do. So I'm basically future-proofing it by not making these things too long. And that should be everybody. Once I get these belts laid here, I should be able to lay this guy right here. And go like this, just to get them all laid. I'm gonna wait until everything gets put down just so that I don't have to come back. And it looks like we're missing a little bit, so I might need to space the power poles out by 3s instead of by 4s. Which isn't a big deal. There we go, get him going. So yeah, let's go ahead and take care of that while we're here. Let's just get rid of all these power poles. Come on, where's the power poles? There they are, and there, and there. And then if I put this power pole here, will it actually cover all these? No, it won't. So I need to start here. And then go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then he's there. And it looks like we are going to have to specifically power this one. I could just put a power pole there. That's totally fine. Okay, and we are ready to... Even at 3, it's not enough. Let's see if this would work. No, because now he doesn't have power. So we got to do it 2s. That's really annoying. Where are our power poles? There's one. I missed this one. There's one right there. And then the last one is right there. Okay, well, let's do it. Let's suck it up and do it. I think I'm actually going to delete this power pole. And this one. And we'll start over from scratch. Okay, 2. We need to start 1 in. And then 2. 2. Is that enough to cover everything? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm just gonna accept it as a thing that has to happen. Every other one. These are very expensive items. Oh, we left a power pole out here, but it was luckily left in the spot that I would have wanted in anyway. Okay. Are you seriously? Oh, because I went 3 here. Cute. 1, 2. 1, 2. No, I just missed one. That's all. That's all. I just missed one. So it's fine. The work I put into this. Okay, let's go ahead and connect this, this, and this. And connect this, this, and this. And we haven't done this in a while. Let's watch everything fill up. It's an enjoyable experience to watch these things fill up, and we're already out of graphene. We got more coming, but I think that shows that we need to like crank this up to 3,000, I think. And we definitely are going to have to make graphene. And we're making it with those cubes, which actually, if I recall, we're doing that here. I should look at that. Yeah, it's just 2 cubes turns into hydrogen and graphene. The problem is we don't have anything to do with the hydrogen, but we will soon. So it's possible that I should make graphene here. Where is that original factory? It's right over here. It's on the other side of the North Pole here. Let's head over the pole and see what's going on here, because I probably just have the fire ice going out right now. And that fire ice is going all the way back to the home world, being turned into graphene and then being sent back. And is that in a... What is that in? Is that in a smelter? No, it's in a chemical facility. And I have a bunch of chemical facilities. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to make a huge graphene production unit. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the hydrogen. I might just try to ship it off or destroy it or something. I don't know. So I'm going to actually set up right now. Hydrogen, local and remote supply is totally fine. So, graphene. Yeah, I want to do this logically, as in not just slap it down. But I think it can go right here. I think we can use this station here. And we can do like local demand and remote supply. So he's still supplying them out to people. But if we mine fire ice anywhere else, he's going to go here. I think that's a fair thing to do. And then we're going to need a chemical facility, and it doesn't really matter how close to these things it gets, because we're not going to have this belt here forever. So let's go ahead and put it right here. And then this chemical facility is going to make graphene out of fire ice. And it takes 2 fire ice. Show me the recipe, please. Thank you. It takes 2 fire ice, and it makes 2 graphene and 1 hydrogen. So we're going to have fire ice coming in on the outside. Like this. And then we're going to have graphene going out this way, hydrogen going out this way, and more graphene going out this way. And we're going to say graphene. Local and remote supply is totally fine. And then we're going to have another chemical plant here. And then another thing of fire ice coming out here. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do this with the little belt, or little arms. Because this is slow enough, I think. Yeah, it takes 2 seconds. Yeah, it's totally fine. Small arms is good. Okay, so we're going to have... these guys are going to go out like this on the far ends, and then these guys on the short ends are going to go like this. And I totally forgot to filter. And I think I could have done that other than deleting them, but hydrogen, graphene, hydrogen, and graphene. There we go. And then we're ready to go. Once I get these belts laid. And I don't know if you noticed recently, my soil supply is 1.5 million. I'm not farming it. I'm just getting it. So anybody who thinks that soil supply is like this horrible, terrible thing that the developers need to fix because the game is so broken and terrible, I don't know what you're saying. It's really not that big of a deal to get soil. Let's see. If I do this, if I send this out one more, I can lay one more line, and I'm going to do that. There we go. And then you are different, so let's go ahead and lay those. And that should get us going for a while. Yeah, and one of the problems is we are we're running a little low on these belts, but I think I'm going to live with it. So we're going to have fire ice coming out of here. And it's colliding with this because I'm terrible. There's the fire ice coming out. And then we're going to have graphene going back, and here's where we lose our yep, lack of item. I'm just going to run this to here, and then let's go grab some more. 600 belts. I love being able to just grab from these stations. It's so nice. So then graphene's going to go... darn it. Delete that. Let's run a new line. Graphene's going to go in there. Hydrogen is going to go in there. More graphene is going to go in there. And then we're going to have another fire ice coming out. To go there. And as always, we need to power it. I don't know if these power poles will do it. They will. Sweet. Except for we need one here. Forgot to put an inserter on this side. Not a big deal. Sorter on this side. You know, sorter, inserter, they're all the same thing. Oh, and then these guys don't have power. Cute. Is there anywhere that I can put these that would have power? Probably not. Does this get lucky? He does. Okay. Let's try this one here. Is he lucky? He is. Okay, so cool. So we can do this. Just as long as we put them on the inside and the outside. Okay, we got fire ice coming, which is nice. Let's go ahead and try to prioritize that over here. The logistics carriers are faster, which can never be considered a bad thing. Come on, finish that. There we go. It's a bit of a waste of belts having them run all the way over there, but I really don't care. I could have, and I probably will actually. I could have, and I will run these back all the way back to probably here. And I don't have hydrogen actually going into the thing. There we go. Now, what I don't understand is why... Oh, because this is like that. Now we've got graphene going into here. We've got hydrogen going in. We are sending the graphene to our friends in the other places. And we are good. I am going to move this wireless power tower over here. And then I'm going to run this belt like this instead of the way it is. I'm going to be dumb and let this thing get through before I do this right here. Because I can just, these are free. I can just place them without putting any more infrastructure down, so it would be dumb not to. And these guys actually need to be every other, which is a little annoying. Let's go ahead and do this guy. I could use the blueprint thing, but it's only a couple, and it doesn't feel worth it. There we go, and then we just need to power them with you, and you. That should power everything. It, for some reason, isn't powering these. What is your problem? Oh, did I copy the wrong ones? I copied the wrong ones. That's the problem. Because I'm dumb. Not a big deal. I'm kind of used to it. I don't know if actually that'll work. Nope, he's still... Yeah. I hate to do it, but I'm going to. This will allow me to get this guy going like this. There we go. And then you need to share with him, and you need to share with him. And then that's a lot of input. The hydrogen isn't going anywhere, which is a problem. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to alleviate, note I didn't say fix, this problem with nothing, because I don't have any storage tanks. But I'm going to make a note to bring storage tanks back with me when I need to come back. I don't know where my other stations are. Looks like I went the wrong way, but not a big deal. There they are. We ideally now have these things being made in semi-bulk. Yes, we've got a ton of graphene coming, which is nice. We are missing the green dudes, because they are out because we have no magnets, and the magnets are out because we have too much of a demand on them. We don't have enough regular magnets. I think I'm going to bump the supply up here, and I think it's obvious that we have too big of a draw on our magnets, and we need to make more. But I think that's enough for this time. And I might not even show you expanding the magnet thing, because how interesting can that be? But next time I'm going to continue expanding this. I've got all these things that I want, and now I need to do processors. I need to do chips. I need to do processors. I need to do, if you look here, components. We need to do chips, processors, these microcrystalline components, which only get used in processors, so I'm not going to actually make them. And then that'll actually be that for now, as far as components are concerned. And then I'm going to start worrying about remaking my mall, setting up my power better. I got a lot of stuff to do. I hope you're looking forward to all that. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like on YouTube. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If you I guess that's it. I'm Superfluous J, and I will, as always, forget about the screenshot until the very end and talk at you later.